What's up everyone, welcome back to another episode of Just Podding Around, the show where we deep dive into wrestling history, pay-per-views and wrestling legends. I'm your host Race, and today we're taking a look at one of the most polarizing, underrated and frustratingly mishandled powerhouses WWE seen in the modern era. That's right, we're talking about Ryback. You remember the Feed Me More chant, right? The big bull bloke who looked like a cross between Goldberg and the Marvel supervillain. Ran through jobbers like a human meat grinder, and for a hot minute there in 2012, WWE actually made him look like a world beater. But how did Ryan Reeves, the man behind the muscle, go from tough enough hopeful to WWE pay-per-view headliner to a controversial figure with a podcast and a supplemental brand? Grab a drink, pull up a chair, let's dive into it. So Ryan Reeves was born in Las Vegas in Nevada in 1981, and growing up he was obsessed with wrestling, like a lot of us. The guy even appeared as a teenager on WWF TV once in the audience during a taping of Raw, when he got to touch The Undertaker's hat. No joke, there's footage floating around. In 2004, he entered the WWE reality show Tough Enough 4, which was basically Survivor for aspiring wrestlers. He didn't win, but WWE saw something in the big fella and signed him anyway. He spent years grinding it out in Deep South Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, and Florida Championship Wrestling, WWE's feeder leagues before NXT was a thing. He worked under names like Silverback Ryan Reeves and later Skip Sheffield. Basically, a jacked up Texan with a catchphrase, yep, what it do? Yeah, safe to say it wasn't exactly setting the world on fire. Then came NXT Season 1 in 2010. Back then, NXT wasn't what it is now. It was this weird hybrid of a reality competition show and a wrestling show. Reeves entered as Skip Sheffield and was mentored by William Regal. But where things really kicked off was with the birth of the Nexus. If you weren't watching back then, picture this. A bunch of rookies invading the main roster, wrecking everyone on sight, tearing up rings, attacking legends. It was electric. One of the best wrestling invasions since the NWA. Skip Sheffield was part of the original lineup, alongside Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Justin Gabriel, Dave Rotunda, and others. Sadly, classic WWE booking strikes again. Just as Skip started gaining momentum, he suffered a devastating ankle injury at a house show in Hawaii. Snapped his leg in multiple places. It was so bad, doctors told him he might never wrestle again. But Reeves wasn't having that. He spent over a year rehabbing, rebuilding himself bigger and stronger. In 2012, he returned to WWE television. Gone was Skip Sheffield, and in his place was Ryback. A beast of a man with a shaved head, intense glare, and a simple philosophy: destroy everything. Ryback came in hot. WWE booked him in squash matches week after week against local jobbers. And we're talking proper throwbacks, 2-on-1 handicap matches where Ryback would just obliterate nobodies and stack them like cordwood. Crowds started getting behind him in a big way. The Feed Me More chant caught fire. It was simple, it was effective, it worked. Soon enough, he found himself main eventing Hell in a Cell 2012 against CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Now, here's where things get messy. At the time, Punk was in the middle of a record-setting title reign. Fans were starting to turn against him. WWE booked themselves into a corner. Ryback was undefeated, massively over, but it wasn't his time. The finish? A crooked referee screwed up. Ryback had Punk pinned. Referee Brad Maddox low-blowed Ryback and counted a fast 3 for Punk. Crowd booed out of the building. It killed Ryback's momentum. They tried to salvage it by sticking him into title scenes with John Cena, The Shield, and eventually giving him a heel run. But the damage was done. He never recovered that aura of invincibility again. In 2015, Ryback finally captured gold, winning the Intercontinental Championship at Elimination Chamber. Decent moment, but WWE never fully capitalized on it. Behind the scenes, Ryback grew increasingly frustrated with his booking, pay, and what was unequal treatment compared to other talents. He was vocal about it too, even writing an open letter about wrestler pay structures being unfair. By 2016, Ryback and WWE parted ways. Post WWE, Ryback did what a lot of ex-superstars dream of. He built his own empire. He launched Feed Me More Nutrition, a supplement line that sells everything from fat burners to pre-workouts. He also started a podcast, Conversation with the Big Guy Ryback, where he aired a lot of grievances about WWE, Vince McMahon, CM Punk, you name it. He kept wrestling sporadically on the indie scene, but gradually moved into fitness-influenced territory. And in 2023, Ryback officially retired from in-ring competition. Now, here's the thing. Ryback's one of those classic what could have been guys in wrestling. He had the look, the crowd was with him, the squash matches were perfect old school booking, but inconsistent creative decisions, politics, and that Hell in a Cell 2012 finish derailed what could have been a main event run. That said, love him or hate him, Ryback left a mark. His Feed Me More chant is still remembered, his matches were smash mouth, his promos intense, and you can't deny the guy had charisma in his own way. So there you go, the story of Ryback. From Tough Enough to Nexus Rebel, to WWE main eventer, Intercontinental Champion, and now fitness mogul and YouTuber. Proof that even if one chapter closes, you can always write your own ending. Alright everyone, that's it for today's dive into wrestling history. If you dug this episode, drop a review, hit that follow button, and let me know which wrestler or other rabbit hole you want me to tackle next. I've been Race, and this has been Just Put Around, and until next time, feed me more. Catch you on the flip side.